get Delap over the line. So, I mean, it's been going crazy in the Man United's recruitment. So it was Matthias Cunha first. Then today you heard of Mbeumo, possibly another 10. But the main news was, at least for me, was getting a striker. And I know Victor Gyökeres is the main prize, but when you have Delap on the table, you have to take him. So the latest news is that from Rob Dawson at ESPN, Man United have agreed the outline of personal terms with Liam Delap's agent and have informed Ipswich that they will meet his £30 million release clause. However, United are now waiting for the player's final decision soon. I can see why Man United are going headfirst into this deal because, I mean, ideally they would have wanted Victor Gyökeres because I think Ruben also wants him. But I mean, just waiting for him is very dicey because you could end up with nobody, and especially among the upcoming strikers out there like Liam Delap, Ekitike, and who's the other guy? I forget. But those other guys, even though they are up and comers, are very expensive. And Liam Delap is the only one with a release clause, and because of a relegation release clause, it's only £30 million. I mean, go and get him because we need a striker, and we can't wait. So I'm glad that Man United have come forward and just shown him the plan and uh, done the personal details. I mean, personal agreement with him, and they've also agreed with Ipswich on payment terms. Now the ball is in Liam Delap's court, but the problem is Liam Delap is wanted by many teams, and he's actually wanted by 4 teams. If I'm so, this is from United Muppeteers. So United among as many as 4 clubs who believe that they have a basic outline of agreement for Delap and expect a decision this week. Don't believe there's any final communication to indicate a direction, but earlier discussions led some clubs to believe Champions League would help their case. That's the thing. I mean, it's you don't have much in negotiations, especially as I mentioned in a previous video. You are just negotiating based on the past. I mean, you can't negotiate based on the near future because you have no Champions League football. Are you more stable than some of these other clubs? No. I mean, it's you just. I mean, there were rumors that Liam Delap wants to move back to the Manchester area, so hopefully that's a pull because otherwise, I mean, look at the chances. I mean, Newcastle want him, Chelsea want him, all have Champions League footballs. And what are your other options? Your other option is Victor Gyökeres. And by the way, this stat is crazy. I think United faithfuls have posted this on X. Victor Gyökeres bagged 80 goals and assists this season, 63 goals and 17 assists in 57 games. That is mad. That is mad. I mean, whoever gets him is a title contender, and I don't care whether they finished at the top of the league or in the middle of the league or close to the bottom like us. I think he's a game changer. I think people are underestimating how good he's going to be and it's just £62 million, about the same as Cunha. I just hope so. This is my hope that Cunha is done, they get Delap done, so that's what 60 plus 30 90 M's. But then Victor Gyökeres should be the next one because I know they're trying to go for Bryan Mbeumo, but he's on his last year of his contract, so Brentford will have to sell him. But there's a lot of time. Bryan is going to wait and listen to all suitors. So it's you can't just wait on him. So Brian and Victor are the two others which I would look at really carefully, because there's nobody else on. You're not going to do Victor Osman because you have no money and he wants a lot of money. And then Ekatike is impossible. I forget which club he's from, but 100 million, no chance. There's absolutely no chance. And then who's the other strikers? Sesko is not coming. He also, they want a big amount for him, and he's probably going to Arsenal. So I mean, your options are limited. So don't f this up. You just have to go for Liam Delap. Just sign that. So at least you have Cunha and Liam in the bag, and then you can try and fill the others, because even Bryan Mbeumo, I mean, left-footed player who plays on the right side. I mean, we have Amad Diallo, and I'm not saying don't get Brian, but uh, that's going to be a tough sell, because see, you are trying to sell it to these players, because Liam has a release clause, Matthias Cunha has a release clause, and Brian is in the last year of his deal, so they are going to sell him. So, and Victor has a gentleman's agreement with Sporting on that he's going to be sold. Basically, these are the four players who are where the transfer fee negotiations should not be much of a problem. But everybody else, like the other people, I mean, it's going to be hard negotiating that, especially when you don't have Champions League football. You are limited, so get the ones which are easy to get, and hope they are on the phone with both Liam and Victor and say, we have no striker, which we really don't, and that you are going to see a lot of playing time. I mean, there were some rumors today that Liam is demanding minutes, and that's stupid. I think that's just made up, because I think he knows that from where he's coming, he has to fight for his minutes, and especially his age, and he has a good chance that he will get a lot of minutes at Man United, and especially to play and get ready for the World Cup. So I think he has a good chance of getting a lot of minutes at Man United. So I hope this works out. There's also Rob Dawson mentioned that Man United are also interested in Ebereche Eze. I don't think that's happening. I think that's just a name they put in just to add it along with Brian, but because I just don't see it. I don't think that's the first time I've heard of it, and nobody else has mentioned it. So, but the problem with Victor is, as soon as it's an uphill task now. No Champions League. How are you going to get this through? Fabrizio had mentioned this about Man United are big fans of Bryan Mbeumo and want to add another player to play behind the striker, but a deal would depend on outgoings. If they have enough funds, he's one of the names on the list. Yeah. But is Brian going to wait? He's also looking for a home, so I mean, you have to sell. But today it was also confirmed that Sancho is coming back, even though there is a video of Sancho celebrating that Chelsea have Champions League football next year. So I don't know why we can't sell. And this is what I go back to with Sancho, because everybody gave us shit because, oh, why is he not playing? See what he did at Dortmund, and now he went to Man United and he's not playing. Look, he went to Chelsea and Chelsea is not willing to buy him for 25 million. So there are a lot of bad eggs in this team, and they have to be sold. And that's the best thing which Ruben has done this season, is come in and set up a strict structure that, I mean, it's his way or the highway. And luckily we hope to sell Sancho, hope to sell Rashford. He's coming back. Aston Villa is not going to exercise the buy option. So now where do you think Rashford is going to go? Because again, they've set the same price of £40 million, and the only team he's he wants to go to is Barcelona. So I just don't see. I mean, will I mean, will I don't know. I hope we don't end up loaning him again and paying a big push. I mean, this is crazy because. And then we have a third guy, which is Anthony, but that's again the buyer is not well suited to pay a lot. So hoping to get 30, 35, but I hope they. I mean, so Anthony, you can hold on to him till the end of the window. So push everybody's hand, find all suitors, and don't force a sale with Real Betis for a cheap price because it's. I mean, we can't lose money. We already sold Scott McTominay last year for what 35 million, and he's the player of the season in the Serie A. I mean, just imagine. This is the luck which Man United has. So it's yeah. So this was the tweet by Chris Wheeler. Manchester United, Chelsea, Newcastle, and Everton have all made a pitch to Liam Delap in recent days. Delap will decide this week which club will give him the best opportunity to further his career. I have a bad feeling that he might end up going to Chelsea because, I mean, out of all these clubs, I think Chelsea is the best suited. I mean, they finished the highest among everybody, and they kind of give him. And there's also another tweet by Chris Wheeler that Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca coached Liam Delap for a season while together at Manchester City. Chelsea are hoping Maresca's influence can give them the edge in persuading Delap to join them ahead of Manchester United and others. I don't know. Ruben has to do a really good sales job because we have to get Liam Delap. I mean, it's not. If you had Victor in the bag, then yeah, I can say yeah, it's not necessary. But Liam Delap for 30 million pounds, I know there's a chance that it might not work out. It might be another Rasmus, but just imagine if it does, because I don't think you'll make such a big loss on this. Yeah, so yeah, tomorrow is the match against the Asian team, so I'm going to try and watch that. So hopefully we get these first two signings done and get going, because we really need these signings done before the pre-season. So anyway, good days are coming. So hopefully a lot of cheer before the season starts.